So hello everybody, how are you today? Into this video we're going to go through the Power Query challenge that I launched 3 weeks ago. Maybe I'm sorry about that. These things take more time that I always count on. Either way, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you everybody for your contributions. We're going to learn a lot today. Okay, so first of all, what was the challenge about? This was a challenge. I gave you a project, a list with projects, and a list with tasks. So the project and the task. And the thing here was that we had, the projects, we have a level 1 of projects, and then there were projects that have a sub-project. And that sub-project had, their tasks. So as you see here, Project 4 and Project 5 are child projects of Project 1 and Project 2. And we want to have all of those on the list. Okay? So we need to merge these tables somehow to get this final table working. How do we do that? Okay, let me show you the way that you will probably do, and I definitely did. First, the first idea to solve this. You go to project and you merge the project with the task, and you do like that. And what this will give you is a table with the child project and the tasks, and then you remove the nulls, and there you have it. Okay, so now we have project 1, project 4, task 1 and task 2, and then the only thing we need to do is to append this into the task table, and then we're good to go. Easy, right? But watch this. If I go here and I try to append the project table, it doesn't show up. And why doesn't it show up? Because it creates you've seen this from Excel, circular reference. So Power Query won't even let you say, absolutely not, you cannot do that. So this is basically the challenge. If you can't do that, how do you then solve this? And this is something that I didn't say when I launched the challenge, and I don't remember if I didn't say it because I wanted to see what you did, which I don't think so, or I just simply forgot to say. I think I just simply forgot to say it. And it is that I would like to have, I wouldn't like to duplicate the tables. Imagine that you have big tables, even if Power Query only loads 1,000 rows, you still will need to load it twice, which we want to avoid. So just out of the box, for me, the top solutions are those that did not duplicate the table in order to be able to do those merge and appends. And some of you have done it that way. So let's go through the participants. So this is all the contributions. The last one is the one I'm showing you to show, the most common way to solve this issue that didn't work. So we start with Antonio. I'm going to just go, in alphabetical order, okay? So I start with Antonio Conejero Diaz, Spanish. Hi, Antonio. How are you? So let's see if it loads. There are similarities. I've gone through these very quickly, and there are similarities between them. And one of you have made it in DAX. This is a Power Query challenge, people. Power Query. I'll show you that either way. Okay, let's go up. So the Power Query, the Power BI file I gave you, it had a task name, a project name, and then it had a table with a solution. Okay, so this is mine, you see. This one is mine too, and this one is mine too. So the rest is the things that Antonio has done to solve the issue. So here we have, if we go up to the source, we can see here that Antonio joined the tables, but in a new table, okay? Because that's the only way that you can actually join them together. And then expanded the task name and renamed the columns to be able to, merge them back into task name. He merged them into a new task name, I guess, just not to destroy this. So otherwise you could have named it, merge them or append them with the original task name. That's fine. So this is the easier way, or the easiest way to do it, but you need to duplicate a table. You need to duplicate either a project or a task to be able to do that. So let's move to the next one. We have Christopher Hastings, something like that. I'm going to kill your names. I'm sorry. I'll do my best to pronounce, but it will have like a Spanglish pronunciation probably. What to do? Maybe somebody should invent a service that allows us to say names correctly. So here, thank you for the documentation. Thank you for telling me what you're doing. The next Power Query challenge I do is going to demand that you document your steps, because otherwise it's harder for me to know. Some of you have done it actually. So he shows the steps and then he says, when would you ever want to flatten the table like this? Believe it or not, it's based on a true story. So yeah, I agree with you. It's odd, but you know, life is odd too. So here's the praise table. Here is the task table. Those are my tables, the ones I gave Christopher. And then these are the steps. So again, joining the project with the task to be able to get parent, child, and task. You have it here. Removed columns, rename columns, and then here is joining again, expanding, and then it's merging both. Okay, that's how you do it. Okay, then you get simple projects and complex projects. So he made the join for the projects that did not have a parent, and then he made one with projects that did have a parent, and then joined both. Thank you, Christopher, probably, right? I'm guessing. So next one. Hachi. Recognize your name from YouTube comments and Twitter, I think. Hachi. Sorry for pronouncing your name wrong. Okay, let's do this. The solution, that this is the table that I gave as, you know, as an example of how it should look, and then it says my unelegant attempt. Thank you. It looks gorgeous, you know. I like when, you know, people put an extra effort just to make it look good. Thank you for that. So this is my task, this is my project, and this is my task name. Okay, and obviously there's not going to be anything here. Let's go in there. Do we have comments? No comments. So we go in here, source. So this is creating a join on a new table to be able to then, you know, join back and forth. Rename the columns, and then expanding projects. Expanded project. Oh, you used it. Remove empty. Append in the task name, and then reordering to match everything. So it is similar to what we've seen before. There you go. Thank you. Hotsietotsie. I also know you. There were 1 and 2. I don't remember which one, if I should open both or just one. Let's see. Hotsietotsie. Again, apologize for name calling. So here's, I guess, my table, and this is his table. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to watch your video. Thanks. It's so cool when you give me notes. Again, edit queries. Let's see what we have in here. We have this is the task name, you know, the table that I gave. This is the project. And now we have it in one table. Points, points, points. So source. This is the task name, the table I gave. And then we have change types, reorder columns, parent task name task 1, appended query. So then it is appending the project. And then it is merging with itself. Expanded append. Replace value, and then he's saying if task name is null, which is that one, then okay, so then it is finding the level 2, this is finding level 3, rename the columns, and then remove the other columns, and then reordering everything. And everything has been done on just one table. So very good, very good. Excellent. That was cool. So let's move to the next one. Jack BI. That I got right. I'm sure of it. Come on, Power BI. There we go. Solution 1, solution 2. Task name solution. This is the one I gave. Projects is mine. This is mine too. And then we're doing the nested joins, you know, the append on the new table. Expanding task name, filtering blanks, renaming columns, and then it's appending, you know, because you did the merge on a new table, you can actually append and then sort the rows and replace values. So thank you, Jack. James Hinton. Let's see what James has done for us. Next time I have to be actually more specific if there is any constraints, like for example now not to do new table but to keep it on the same one. This is my table, this is my table, this is my table, and then we have the nested join on the new table. Expanding projects, merge queries, is merging. This is similar to, this is actually similar to solution. And then task name solution there. So then it's merging with task name 2. To get everything and then reordering. Okay. So we have that one. By the way, all these files are going to be available on my GitHub. So just go to the Unpivot the table challenge and you will be able to Jan Willem van Host. Sounds Netherlands. Are you from the Netherlands? What I was saying, all of these files will be available on my GitHub. So there will be a link on the description box linking to the exact place where you can see all these solution files. I'm going a little bit fast because we are quite many, with, you know, there are quite many solutions, but you will be able to dissect and do that each and every of the solutions. So you can see exactly, if you wonder, oh, what was that? It was a little bit fast. You can see that, okay? Let's see, this is my table, this is projects, this is not my table anymore. We have joining, merging. So we have project and the task. This is, you know, the project 1 subproject has task, and then this is the task name, which is rename, and then it is merging, I'm guessing, task with project, and then it gets the entire table and cleans it up, and there you go. So thank you very much, Jan Willem van Holst. Sorry about the names. Ooh, Excel. I got some Excel too. You know, I have to tell you, I haven't used Excel in a lot of time, because when I came here, like, what is Power Query? They moved it again. It is here. I saw query tools and like, and then here, edit. How many places have Power Query lived in Excel? Okay, wait, Power Query is here. So we have task name. This is my task name. We have projects, and then we have the final table, which is text combine. Is doing a join on a new table, and then merging columns, filtering, reordering the columns, merged queries. So then it's merging final was with itself, and then is expanding, sorting, and then putting everything in order. Okay, so it is on a new table, and it needs to be on a new table to be able to do the first combine and then merge. Maybe not. Maybe this is possible to do with the same one. It is doing it on because it is merging it. Not sure, I would have to check it though. But you see how I did it, right? So let's move on to the next one. We're on 20 minutes and we've only gone halfway. Long video. Mehdi Ahmadi. And I know you too from LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter. What a fantastic presentation. You see, project list, subtasks, goal to achieve. Beautifully done. Thank you. Okay, it is Excel, so we go to query and edit. That is where Power Query is hidden nowadays. And go to the tables, and we have projects and task names, and then we have, this is in French. My French is not good at all, but it is joining the tables, expanding, I'm guessing this is and then is identify. Oh, I remember this one. This is quite cool. This is identifying if there is one row or two rows, or it should be one row or two rows for the columns, because you know one of the issues that you have is you could just do an append, but when you want to get the task for project 4, you need 2 lines because that project has 2 tasks. So what he is doing here is quite smart actually. He's saying, okay, if there is no child project, then it's 1, otherwise it's 2, and then it converts it to a list with 1, 2. So what it's doing is allowing to the projects with the child project to have 2 rows. You see? And then he can do some, if to actually get the correct tasks and projects in there. You can't do that if you don't have 2 rows for those projects. So this is a very unusual way to solve it out. So he was like, what? I would have never thought of that. Cool. And then, cleans the table up. Thank you. Okay, Morita. Morita's been on all my Power Query challenges. Thank you, Morita. Let's see if this starts, and here we are. Go to the queries. We have comments for Morita's work. So this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, and this is the Unpivot. So this is what he's doing. He's we can actually also see it on the advanced editor because there are comments in there. So it says it brings in the project table, it brings in the task table, and then gets the column headers that he wants for the new table, the merge table. And then here is the project find out. Look, I mean, come on. We should be able to read this. Move the tooltip. Otherwise, I have to go in here. Okay. So find out the projects that have a child project. And then it finds out that it's project 4, 1 and 2 that has a child project. And then it's merging the ones that have child projects, I'm guessing. Yeah. With the tasks. So it gets the tasks. And then combine and then sort the table. Okay. Oh my god, why is this? I've been having problems with this wrap after the new transformation. And I heard on Twitter that it was done, but it hasn't worked until now. That's so weird. Okay. Okay, but let's not drift away from the actual task at hand. So we have projects with child. So he finds a project with child, and then he merges the tasks, and then he spans them, and then he combines that with the tasks table on a new table. So that we have there. Thank you, Morita. You can go and check his code if you're curious about exactly how he did it. And then we have Ola Spånglund. Sounds Swedish, right? So let's see how Ola, the Power Query steps are in Swedish, but oh, thank God I can read those, otherwise it would have been hard. So solution 1, solution 2. Here is my solution, this is my table, this is my table, and this is the actual solution. So if we go through the steps, here we have, it calls in the project table, and then it filters the rows where, it wants to identify the projects that has a child project, which is project 1 and project 2. Then he puts them together. Then he, together with the task table, obviously, then he expands it. Then he changes the name of the columns. And then he appends the table. And then change the names, sort, So you can do that because you created a new table. Thank you, Vlad. Next one. Samir Moises. Let's see what we have in here. Samir Moises. Sorry. Okay, so edit queries. This is the task, this is the projects, and this is the task. Oh, yeah, when I saw this, you were like, what? It's empty. DAX. It was, because I looked here and I said, oh, there's another table. He did it in DAX. So here it is. I have a few DAX videos with how to join tables using DAX. So here you can see that he just generate all, and then he picked the columns that he wanted, and then he created the table. He created a table with the complex projects, and then he created a table without the child projects, and then he just put them together. So now you know how to do it in DAX too. But I wanted in Power Query. So, but thank you. Okay, let's go. Sandeep Duvall. Sandeep. India, right? At least in the name. Then you never know nowadays. So let's see what we have in here. We go to edit queries, and oh, this is the one where I don't have the source. So sorry, I don't know how this challenge, maybe it's just my tables, but I don't know. So if you're using another source, you need to send me that. I know that at the beginning I forgot to put the source, so maybe that's why, sorry. And then we have Victor Velarde. Sorry, Victor Velarde. So let's see what Victor did for us. We have, this is my solution, this is my project table, this is my task table, and this is the solution. So we have the join to get, again, we've seen it, the parent, child, and then the task name, filter names, we rename the columns, appended the query, replace value, and we have the solution. Thank you, Victor. Thank you very much. Okay, so last but not least, we have Jakub. I don't know how to say it, sorry. But his solution was very, very different from every other solution. So I'm going to show you. Let's go to edit queries, and let's see. This is my task name, this is my project, and this is my task name also. So here is the solution. I don't know if there are any comments. No. We have, first, it reads the project table. It filters to get a table with the projects that have child project, and then it merges with the task. Removes the child project name because it already comes with the task name table, so he doesn't need it anymore. And then he expands. So now he has a table with all the child, the project, sub-project, task, and task. Okay, the complex projects. And then to change the column names to be able to append, it does it virtually. So what it does is he creates a list with the column name and the new project name that he wants to give. Oh, this is not grabbing. It's driving me nuts. Please fix it. Okay. So he says, create the list, project L. So for each row, you have project L1, L2, L3, L4, and then he changes into the task table, into the project table, sorry. And he does the same thing for the tasks. So it grabs the names. If you can see here, the names of the task are parent name, task name 1, and task name 2. So if he grabs that, you see a parent name, and call it project L1, task name 1, project L2, task name 2, project L3. And then change the names of the headers for the task name and appends. Okay, and then sorts and replace, just to be able to, make it look like the way I had on my solution file. Thank you very much. Okay, first of all, thank you everybody for your solutions. It's been a ton of fun. to see how you solve this. Next time I will definitely say if there are any constraints, like, you know, you have to do it on the same table. But it is really, really good to see how many ways you can solve something in Power Query and how gifted you all are. It's not an easy task. Okay, so let me know in the comment box, who do you think should win this mouse join mouse pad? And I always forget how much work it is to actually bring the solution to you guys, but I hope you enjoyed the video, even if it is super long. And I'll see you again on the next video, which will be on Friday. So until then, take care and bye bye.